ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। ਇੱਕ ਓੰਕਾਰ ਸਤਨਾਮ ਕਰਤਾ ਪੁਰਖ ਨਿਰਭਉ ਨਿਰਵੈਰ ਅਕਾਲ ਮੂਰਤ ਅਜੂਨੀ ਸੈਭੰ ਗੁਰ ਪ੍ਰਸਾਦ ਜਪ ਆਦ ਸੱਚ ਜੁਗਾਦ ਸੱਚ ਹੈ ਭੀ ਸੱਚ ਨਾਨਕ ਹੋਸੀ ਭੀ ਸੱਚ। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ 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 ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ। ਤਿੰਨ ਵੇਦੀਆਂ ਕੀ ਕੁਲ ਵੇਖੇ ਪ੍ਰਗਟੇ ਨਾਨਕ ਰਾਏ ਸਭ ਸਿੱਖਨ ਕੋ ਸੁਖ ਦਹੇ ਜੇ ਤੇ ਭੈ ਸਹਾਏ ਸਭ ਸਿੱਖਨ ਕੋ ਸੁਖ ਦਹੇ ਜੇ ਤੇ ਭੈ ਸਹਾਏ। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। Okay, it's going to be shorter this week because I didn't want to go beyond the Janam Sanskar to Bir Asan because next week I'm going to go into that in quite a lot of detail. So I've stopped at that point because if we started with Bir Asan then it doesn't continue into it. So we're just going to stick to this, all right. Janam Sanskar or birth. So this week what we're going to cover is conception and what happens in the womb, the fetus and the birth of the baby, the birth ceremony, and the Hukamnama. So I'll move on by there now. Anyway, conception and the womb, yeah? So your conception, so if anyone's got kids who are too small to be in here, they might have to explain what conception is. Good luck to you with that. But anyway, your conception takes place in line with your karam, yeah? So according to what you've done in previous lives, yeah, your conception takes place at that point, yeah? So you win that race or whatever it is, and between the million pieces what are going on, but anyway. So the time of your conception and the people or the parents make up your arrival as well. So that's according to your karma, so previous actions, what you've done, of who you're born to and when you're born as well, in the time frame of who else is in the world at that time. So that's all linked to your karma and previous lives. Yeah? So in Gurbani, this pankti here, Firt bahte jug haryo manas deh lehi. Yeah? Firt means like to walk around. So the translation there says wandering. Bahote, jade, numerous, yeah. Jug, a jug is like an aeon. An aeon is like an age. So we live in Kal Jug, which is the dark age. So this age, they say in Granth and other places, 420,000 years. Other people say it's a lot less, but from my sources, it's at least 360,000 years old, and we've only just started. So this talk of Neerklank is like about 300,000, 400,000 years off the mark at the moment. But anyway, jug is an age. Haryo, so we've lost loads of jugs going around, yeah, in Chirasi Lakajun, so the 8.4 million lives. So we said last week, 3.6 billion years makes up those 8.4 million lives. So we've lost so many jugs going around in that cycle of birth and death. Then we've got this human life after that. Yeah, so after growing weary, going round and round, being born again and dying again and back again. So if you look at a mountain, we walk up a mountain, it has rocks on it, doesn't it? Even a rock is a life form. So how long is that rock there from the mountainside? How many years does it take to disintegrate? Yeah, there's trees. So a Krishna Bhagwan, the Ucharan of the Gita, in Kurukshetra, there's a tree which is 3,000 years old. It's there. So that's still in its June. It's not died yet. So you just think of that, Hannah. So that's how we get this human life after so many thousands and millions of trillions of years possibly, unless we're really lucky. Yeah. So this Shabad now in Sri Rag by Sri Guru Arjan Dev Ji, yeah. Pehle pehre rehn ke vanjarya mitra. So what it says in the first watch of night, yeah. So it doesn't matter what this really refers to, it's the rest of the artha. Tar paya ta udare mahe, yeah. So we came into the womb, yeah, of our mother. So that's the first watch of night, let's say. Dasi masi manas kiya vanjarya mitra kar mohulat karma kamaye. Dasi masi, yeah. In 10 months, yeah, you were born. Now we misinterpret this because we're too culturally bound in English and English culture. So I'm 40 years old at the moment, yeah. In Punjabi culture, they'd say 41 saal da shuru ho gaya. They wouldn't actually say he's 40, they say he's in his 41st year. So the 10th month, why it's saying 10th month you were born, is because you're born after 9 months. So you're in the 10th month then. So if the birth isn't actually premature, it happens in the 10th month. That's when it's supposed to take place. So that's why Maharaj just said that. Kar mohulat karma kamahe, yeah. So according to your karma, you've come here. So what we said at the start, yeah. So according to your karma, after 10 months you're born. Molat kar dini karma kamane jaisa likhat tur paya. Yeah. So you've come here now to perform good acts. That's what you've been sent for in human life, because this is the only life we can break the cycle or get liberation. In the other lives, you can't do nothing. You're stuck. You're like a prisoner. This is the only one you got free choice in and free will to actually change it. Yeah. So according to your preordained destiny, jaisa likhat tur paya. So basically, how you've made your account, how it's written down. You cause the person to write it by your own actions. Don't think it's other likhya by Maharaj. No, Maharaj didn't write it. You did it by your own actions. Yeah. So to rojida likhaya tusi aap hai na. But they never get their account wrong. We do. So they never get anything wrong here or there. Mata pita bhai sut manata tin pitar prabhu sanjoya. Yeah. So what happens then? You got your mother, you got your father, you got your brothers, kids, manata, your wife. Yeah. Tin pitar prabhu sanjoya. And then what God did is He joined you with these things, these relations in the world. Karam so karma karaye ape is jante vas kish nahe. So what Maharaj is saying is, you do karma and good actions and bad actions, yeah, according to what God's ordained. Is jante vas kish nahe. So what he's saying is, this person can't do anything themselves. Now you might say, well, if it's all written, then we can't do nothing. But actually, what the meaning here is, you're supposed to try, yeah, but then it's down to His kirpa. So that's why we have that word Karah Parshad in Mool Mantar. Yeah, so we beg for His grace. That's our job. We've got to do the effort. Yeah, yeah. But what it's saying is jante vas kish nahe. You can't do anything without that God. So without Him, you're nothing. So that's why it's saying that. But we make the earth into something else, saying, oh, sadhe to kuch nahi honda. Mere ko nahi amrit veli uth honda. Mere ko nahi sharab chhad hondi. Maharaj ne jehde din chhadani ho chhada nahi. Yeah, but it doesn't work like that. Yeah, so we have to apni kirpa jis aap kare nanak so se gur ki mat le. So we have to actually take the effort to make our own kirpa happen as well. Kaho nanak prani pehle pehre tar paya ta udre mahe. So in the first watch of night, so the first stage of your life, God put you into the womb. Yeah. Now tar paya ta udre mahe. So what it's saying is, God put the soul. It says here in the Arthana. But really, if you go back to what we were saying last week, 3 bodies and all that, yeah. But basically, God's put you in there, and it started your journey. That's where you started from. Now we're going to have a number of Shabads this week, because the Janam Sanskar is actually quite small. So I'm going to talk through a lot of Gurbani. That's what this is mostly going to be, this session this week. Alright, in the womb, what happens in the womb? So when you're in your mother's womb, what actually takes place? What's going on in that situation? Yeah, so this is our Jait Sri Diwar. Rachant ji rachna mat garb asthapanang. Yeah, Rachant means to create. Ji is who we are, beings, yeah, living beings. Rachna, so God created that Jeev. And what did He do? Mat garb asthapanang. He put you in your mother's womb. Utthe asthapan kita, yeah. So you went there. Yeah. Sa simrant nanak maha agar na binasanang. Yeah. Sa simrant. So what happens in the mother's womb? You meditate on God with every single breath. That's what you do in the womb. Nanak maha agar na binasanang. What Maharaj is saying is, maha means like something great or big. Yeah. Agan is fire. Na binasanang. So in the womb, what happens is, everything that goes into the womb, it actually burns. So in the womb, it's really hot. And everything that goes in there burns. And the baby only survives because he's begging God at that point and meditating on to save him in that gand. So if you think of it like this, the baby might not be able to, where does the stuff go in the womb? Yeah? So I thought about doing this at a camp and doing an experiment, but everyone would have disagreed with doing this. Yeah, if we got, yeah, basically what you do in the toilet, yeah, and we've got a big container, put it all in that, yeah, and we've got one of these like rides or something, yeah, so we've got someone, you know those things that you hang off, yeah, so we hang someone, yeah, and we hang them upside down. We hang them upside down, and then we take him into the dumbar where it stinks and all that, yeah, and say, see how long you can survive, because that's what you're actually doing in the mother's womb. Yeah, but then on top of that, it'd be better if you actually could blow wind or like hot air onto the person, so it's really hot and they're sweating as well. Because that's what happens in the womb. Anyway, everyone looks scared at the moment. Yeah, so this is the next part. I've already said this though, yeah? So your face is downwards, where your feet should be. Yeah? Huh? Alright, so it doesn't matter. We'd have to charge and no one would come on. But anyway, yeah? So basically, you're facing downwards and your feet are upwards. Yeah? What place are you in? Kohotare really means, it says slimy here, that's a nice version. It's not slimy, it's basically a ki gandagi ch tusi fase on, what dirt or what are you in, and it's like a hell. Yeah. Nanak so tani kyo visariyo udar hai jis dehmai. Yeah. So what he's saying is, Nanak's teaching us so tani. Why relinquish that God who's the wealth of anything? Tani means wealth. So he's the treasure chest of everything. Kyo visariyo. Why should we forsake him when we come into the world? Udar hai jis dehmai. With whose name we actually survived in that womb and came out. Yeah. So in the same way, we don't realize it when we live in the world. We're actually burning in fire of desires. We're actually screwing ourselves over with every action and everything that we do sometimes. So we're actually in the same situation in the garb as outside, but we just don't know it. And there, it's pratak, it's in front of us, we're burning, we're suffering. But really, the actions that we create sometimes create all that suffering in our lives. So people happily get married on beaches and do all this stupid stuff, Anna. You know what I mean, It's that time of day today, Anna. So they're like, that's the sort of stuff they do, think they're going to get cushy. Ki pata saal de vich divorce bhi ho jaye, fir ode vich 4-5 video bana de ho na, kad de ho. But anyway, I'll have to edit out the video, Anna. But anyway, so the next shabd, again, it's going to carry on with this sort of the womb stuff, yeah. Maat garb mein apan simran de, teh tum rakhan hare. Yeah, so in the mother's womb, you gave your own simran to us. Then you looked after us there as well. Yeah? But God made us remember him because we were suffering so much here. And when the suffering goes, we forget. Pavak sagar atha leher meh tar hu taran hare. Yeah? Pavak means like fire. Sagar, so a fire, ocean, yeah? An ocean of fire, atha leher meh. And there's loads of lehers, loads of waves in that ocean hitting us all the time. Tar hu taran hare. And then God saves us in that situation. Yeah? Now that can also refer to coming out of the womb afterwards and how Guru Sahib saves us from worldly fires in our own lives. So that Bhakti can mean that as well. So that's Panjme Pasha. Now, during pregnancy and birth, the mother should meditate as much as possible throughout the 9 months because her sanskar, yeah, and it says Rakhya de Shabad here, so jaaps. So a lot of women, obviously, it's really hard. The pregnancy period sometimes pains and headaches and all, whatever. I don't know. I'm not a woman, but you know what I mean. But yeah, so it's not a nice process because if you think of it, she's got jar in her body, she's got poison in her body, which is going on in the womb, which is creating the baby as well. That's what she's actually got. That's the situation. So whatever the mother does, she's creating sanskars with the baby while it sits in the womb. Yeah. So the example I've given there is crack babies. Yeah. So in America, it's very prevalent. I don't know about the UK. But some babies come out of the mother's womb addicted to crack cocaine, yeah, because the mother's been taking it. So the baby actually can't survive without the crack cocaine as soon as it comes out, or he will actually die of withdrawal symptoms as well. Yeah, so that's the example to you, like pratak, we can see that in front of us. Yeah, but it also creates bhagats. So in the inverse, if the mother's got loads of kamai, or she listens to Katha Mahapurush and stuff like that, which is proper gyan, full on, she can also create a bhagat. So as soon as he's born, he's into bhakti and he's leaning bhakti. So there's even sakya, people getting gyan while they're in the mother's womb as well. And coming out brahmgyanis. Yeah, so that happens as well. Anyway, so the other process, yeah, if you look at Bowlby in psychology, yes, Anok Singh, yeah. So if you look at psychology and stuff, imprinting, so that's a process which is recognised scientifically that occurs with the baby and its parents or whoever's looking after the baby. So imprints of sanskar happen on the baby, what they're seeing and what they're doing. But this is all related just to the pregnancy I'm talking about here. So whatever the mother's doing does actually imprint on the baby as well. Now, this is where it gets into the Rehat and stuff as well. So in the Rehat and other things, Baji, better if you want, there's a chair free there. What they said in there, Hannah, is like, really, if possible, the dai or the midwife should be a Gursikh, if possible, during the birth process, yeah? Now, the reason is, because soon as the baby is born, if it's a Gursikh, because the mother might be out of it because she's nearly died, yeah? That's simple as, yeah? Birth isn't easy, yeah? So the thing is, if it's a Gursikh midwife, as soon as the baby is born, she can uchara Mool Mantar and Gurmantar to the child. So at birth, the first thing the baby hears is Gurbani, yeah? So that creates an imprint immediately on the baby of their sanskar as well for the future, because the first thing that they hear. All right. Now this is an Anand Sahib which a lot of you should be doing in your Nitnem. Yeah. So Jaisi agan udar mein hai, taisi bahar maya. So in the way that the fire's in the womb, the fire's also outside. So this is at the point when the baby comes out, that fire stopped, but he or she's got a new fire which is outside. Maya agana sab ikko jehi karte khel cha, but God's made this into a game. Yeah? The Maya, the Agan, the fire of illusion is the same inside and outside, but it's a game because we don't realize it. Yeah? And at the point when the baby is born as well, and even until it starts talking, the baby has gyat of previous lives as well. So some babies, even when they start babbling or start talking, can still mention words or know of people in their last lives and stuff, and then they gradually forget it more and more. So it's got a heightened sort of spirituality as well, because they've been doing all that Simran, trying to save its backside in the womb. But anyway, Jatis Panata Jamya Parvar Pala Paya. Yeah? So according to the Pana of God, according to his will, the baby takes birth. Parvar Pala Paya. Yeah? So then he comes into a family, or she comes into a family. Yeah? Live Shurki Lagi Trishna Maya Amar Vartaya. Live Shurki. Yeah? Live in Gurbani. Yeah? So we get live tar at the start in Japji Sahib as well. Live usually refers to Sachi Liva Bin Dehinimani Hana. Live refers to your concentration. And the concentration Gurbani talks about is concentration with God. Live Shurki. So the point of birth, the baby is broken from its cement and it's been doing all that time because it's out of that situation. Lagi Trishna. What's happened? Trishna is desire of the world. It gets into desire of the world. Yeah. So what does it want straight away? It wants milk. Yeah. So it's already looking around or whatever it might start doing straight away. Maya Amarvartaya. And God then puts on his immortal Maya. Amar means immortal. Now some people might say, why are you saying immortal? Because the word means immortal. Now there's 6 things which are anadni in the world. I'm not going to get into that, which have got no beginning and no end. Matter comes into that as well, which is Maya. So it's actually as old as God, but it's always there in some sort of semblance, and God keeps it there. So if you think about the Big Bang Theory, there's always one element which is in existence. Yeah? Anyway, ehe Maya jit har visre, moh upaje, pao duja laya. Yeah? Ehe Maya jit har visre. So what is Maya? What is illusion of the world in creation? What is it? Jit har visre. Anything in the world that makes you forget God, that's Maya. So Black Panther, yeah. Do you want to go to watch Black Panther? Come on, Chacha, Black Panther. We'll go tomorrow. We'll go today. Please, Chacha, let's go Black Panther, Black Panther. Yeah. So they want to influence you with their Maya. Yeah. So we have the course. Yeah. We go home on a Friday night, getting some veggie fellas, and we play. What is it? FIFA 17, huh? Yeah. And I've been playing with them. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. But anyway, yeah. Eh Maya jit har visre. Moho upaje pao duja la. Moho upaje. We get attached. Moh means attachment. So we get attached to the world when we forget God. And that attachment destroys our love for God. So it's like 2 scales. You have to decrease one, increase one. Pao duja la. We develop a second love. Our first love is always being God, and it always will be. But we let the second one take over. Yeah? Kahe Nanak Gur Prasadi Jina live lagi tini viche maya paya. Yeah? Guru Nanak saying those people who've got his kirpa and asked for it, they've got their live lagi in the world. Yeah? So they actually start concentrating on God. Tini vichi maya paya. Then what happens is they then realize God within his maya. They realize what's going on. But how do they do that? They concentrate on him at all times. Yeah? Anyway, so the birth ceremony, I might finish really quickly today. If it does, it does. But anyway, immediate ceremony at the point of birth. Now this is supposed to happen soon as the baby is born. Yeah? Not a month later, not a week later. So if the Gursikhs, the people who are having the baby, it's a lot easier. And it's a lot easier if the father does this as the ceremony, yeah? So, and it says in the Rehat, and I was quite shocked with this, they all say, do ishnaan of the baby if you can, immediately with warm water. Yeah? So I'd never seen this, because the translation I've done, we've not put it in that one. But it says warm water ishnaan of the baby if possible, immediately. Yeah? And then you prepare the Amrit as soon as the baby's born. So as soon as it's born, you have the tiyari first, so you have all these things ready to do the Janam Sanskar. So you're waiting for your wife to drop, and then you just run to the hospital and do this basically. Immediately. Yeah? That's what actually happens. In theory. Yeah? So you have a pure iron sarabloh da bata, just one big as my hand basically. Yeah? Add a few patase. If you can get patase which are made by Gursikhs, like Sitting God in the Midlands make them for the Amrit and jars. But it's very hard to make patase. We've got a Sengi who makes them as well for Amrit and jars. So you can get bibiki sort of homemade patase. If you can get them, get them. Otherwise you'll get some Muslim factory from Wolverhampton who makes them and you can put them on. But anyway. Yeah? No, that's what they usually are. But anyway, so add a few patase. I've written glucose puffs because it's glucose which makes it the patase really. Glucose, so sugar puffs, patase, whatever you're going to call them, in the bata and some water. That's all you add to the bata. You don't put too much water in, just a bit enough. And a few patase, so it doesn't have to be 5. It could even be 1 patasa from India, from Darbar Sahib, that you get in the Prashad or whatever, Hannah. So that might just work, just 1. You could just put 1 in because they're quite big. What the Sengh's then supposed to do is, he sits in Bir Asan. Now, do you know what Bir Asan is? Basically, your right leg up like that, yeah? And your left leg underneath like that. So it's like a sprinter sort of stance, let's say. Yeah? Basically, the Bir Asan is like a warrior stance. And in that stance, you can get up and start fighting or running, or that's what it's for. But you're supposed to do that in the Amrit. So the Panjabiyar, they do that, Hannah. But like I said, the missionary ones do it the left leg for some reason. I don't know why. But, so basically, the Sengh sits in Bir Asan. Put a chadar, whatever, bata, panj patase, kirpan. I'd advise you get another kirpan and don't use your own kirpan. Because it's better to keep your own kirpan on you, because if you drop it while you're doing the Janam Sanskar, things get messy. You know what I mean? You try to do a Janam Sanskar and you've lost your own kirpan, it's not good. That's like another Do Japji Sahib, so I don't know when you can give the actual Amrit as well. It's all gone out the window. Yeah? But anyway, so what you do is you get the kirpan, and what you do, oh man, I'll have to pull it out now, yeah? Sorry, Hirti, don't get scared. It's got no blood on it today. I've cleaned it down, yeah? We did the chatka earlier in the week, Anna. But anyway, what you do, Anna, in the Amrit and Chars of the Panj Pyare, was put the thumb on top of the khanda. So you got to put your thumb on top like that as well, Anna. Now, if you've got a mini-me kirpan, yeah, which is like worth nothing, it's not even sharp and it can't work, Anna, then this ain't going to happen because you want to be able to get your hand around it. So you'll be doing this sort of thing, Anna, like whatever you're doing, Anna. So it needs to be a decent sized kirpan, Anna. But what you do is you put the kirpan in the bata and you start doing Japji Sahib, and you do your Japji Sahib and finish it all. So the patase get sort of dissolved in there in the water. Once you finish the Japji Sahib, you then do an ardas. You don't have to do an Anand Sahib. The Anand Sahib is usually for deg. You've got no deg there. Yeah? So you can just do the Japji Sahib, do an ardas, and then what you do is you get the kirpan and you put it into the bata. Or you could leave the kirpan in there if you wanted to after you've made it, and cover it with the chadar, do ardas. And then what you do is you get the kirpan, put it into the bata, and then you just put 5 drops into the baby's mouth. Yeah, so you just drop the Amrit inside, you just jaws into the baby's mouth. So it gets 5 droplets in its mouth. Once you've done that, then the mother drinks the rest of it, because she's just been nearly murdered 15 times and having that birth, so she needs it, yeah, she needs to get replenished. Yeah? So she takes the rest of it, the mother takes the rest of it. Now, we refer this as Amrit as well. Some of you might say, well, this is not Khande Bhatta the Amrit, but there's different types of Amrit. So this is Janam Sanskar the Amrit. Yeah? Now, if you say, well, how can you call it Amrit? Well, anything that's got Bani read over it has got the power of Gurbani infused in it. And then we say, Gurbani is Amrit. Yeah? And Gurbani says that, so that Amrit is Amrit. If you call it Pavitra Jal or whatever, yeah, just get out of my house, yeah, don't talk to me, yeah. That's all I'm saying, yeah. But anyway, yeah? So that's what you do, then you administer the Amrit. Now, father can administer or another Gursikh Amritari. It needs to be an Amritari. Yeah? Best case scenario is the father of the child. Yeah? So we put all that in there. Now, let me just check what's on here. Yeah, all right, we'll carry on from here. So the baby is initiated into Sikhi. So this is very important, yeah, because I've had births in my family and they've asked what they should do and then they've refused to do their Janam Sanskar because they eat and drink and whatever, and then they didn't want the rest of the conditions which I'm about to mention now. So they've said, forget it, we don't want to do it. So if you think about Christians, a lot of them still do the sort of, what's it called? Baptism at birth? Christening, yeah, that's it, christening, sorry. I don't know much about Christians, but anyway, thank you. Christening, yeah. So they do the christening, and even if they're not necessarily very religious. But if you do the Janam Sanskar, you have to say this. If they're Amritali, then you have to say much because they don't know pataya. Yeah? But the baby you should never cut the baby's hair then after that point, because they've been actually initiated into Sikhi. That was the whole point in doing the Janam Sanskar. And don't feed the baby meat or sharab or stuff like that. Yeah, so basically they've been coming to Sikhi. God, that's the whole point of the initiation of the Janam Sanskar. Then, Mool Mantar and Gurmantar as well, up to the child. So even if the Dai's done it, it's not a problem to do it again. So 5 Mool Mantars, 5 Gurmantar de jaaps, or just carry on doing Gurmantar, it doesn't matter, Hannah. Now the thing is, what this tradition is a part of something which is called Gurti. A Gurti is something you give to the person straight away. So this is the Gurti and Gursikhi to say this is the first thing the baby should have. So the mother can only breastfeed the baby after this. Yeah, so it's the first thing the baby actually takes in terms of physical thing when it's out of the womb. It's the first thing it takes. And the mother can breastfeed after that. But even the mother as well, she'll probably drink the Amrit as well. So she's got that, Hannah. Now, some weeks ago, someone had a baby and they asked for my advice. So I gave them my advice. So I described this process. Family know me. Obviously, they didn't like me, so they didn't want me to do the Janam Sanskar, Hannah. So they got the grandma to do the Janam Sanskar. Yeah? Now the Sangh said to me, he goes, can my mum do it? I said, really, as far as I know, it should be a Sangh, not a Singh. So you can all kill me now, you can do what you want, yeah. I don't know, yeah. But from everything I've read, it's a Sangh who does it, not a Singh. Yeah? There's nothing to say in a situation where no one else can do it, that the baby can't do it as well. See, look at the situation. Don't make it out to be a feminine thing, yeah, and say feminism rocks, yeah. Because at the end of the day, the mother and father made the baby, yeah. It's two separate forces, yeah. So the female gave birth, it took all the 9 months, yeah. And if she, yeah, so the Sangh can do that. But like I said, it's always preferable if it's the father. So people come to us sometimes and say, you do it for us and whatever. And we're not happy doing it sometimes because we're usually not there at the time of the birth. And it sort of loses the effect of doing it. So do it immediately. If you can get the granted to do it immediately, then it's fine. But really, waiting around defeats the object, really. Just do it as soon as you can. So if the situation comes whereby a baby has to do it, I don't think it's a be all and end all with this one, Anna. So I'm not going to put a foot down and say, oh, it has to be a Sangini, a curse, they can't do it. Because the thing is, you've got to look at the situation. Yeah? But like that situation with that Parvar, the people who had the baby weren't Amritari anyway. Yeah? So the Mata doing it is better than no one doing it anyway. And they've agreed in terms of the terms of, I said to them, the baby, you can't do this in any way. So they don't eat or drink, but like they cut their hair and things like that, but they're okay. They're still sort of spiritual people. So I didn't really care. I just left it. Because at the end of the day, you can give someone the Sikha. It's up to them how they then implement it. So in that situation, it was still okay because the family situation as well, how they sort of live their lives. Because they probably wanted their mother to do it. The grandfather couldn't do it because we should have the Pegalal and the so the grandma was the Amritari one. Now, this SGPC Rehat Maryada, which they say the Panth Puravanik one, Akal Takhda one, yeah, that doesn't mention this process at all. So a lot of Jathebandi and organisations won't do this or don't believe in it. Yeah. So Pratan Jathebandiya, the Ksal, the Nihangs, they all do this. The new Jathebandiya, this century ones, yeah, they won't or they don't believe in it. Now, that's not to say it's wrong, but the way you've got to view this, yeah, is what do you do when the baby is born? As soon as the baby is born, what are you doing? Are you doing burning the job? Are you doing anything else? So the thing is, you've still got to do something, haven't you? You've got to do something at the same time. So you've got to decide what that is if you're not going to do this. So that's up to those people who say this isn't the process. But across India as well and sort of benders and stuff, this process is actually embedded in certain places in India as well in Punjab. So it's come as a tradition that people still do it. Now, the consensus is this. So that part of the Janam Sanskar is like certain Jathabandiya, probably 70%. But then the consensus for everyone across the board, all the Jathabandiya, all the different Rehat and whatever, Hannah, is this, that you take the baby to Maharaj as soon as possible. So wherever Guru Sahib is present, if it's someone's house, Guru Gurdwara, as soon as you can, take the baby. That's the Maryada. Now, in our culture, we've got this thing of saying the mother can't go out for 40 days. I don't know why, yeah. She's allowed to go to Manor Hospital and come home, but then she can't go out 40 days. Like, what happened there? Anna? She went to the Manor, she can go to Plek Godra and what happened there? Yeah. So it's just like, we like pick and choose what we want, Anna. But, and that's not the mother. So let me be clear. Yeah, if the mother's been beat up by a cesarean and she's like not well, she doesn't have to go with the baby. That's the other thing, yeah. So women's lib and stuff. Nahi, main naal jana, pame mari hove, na, and tanke nikalna le aaye. It's like, calm down, baby, yeah. So the thing is, take the baby. That's the point. It's about the baby getting first darshan. Sorry, I'm getting a bit carried away, yeah. But
so can I just clarify? So there's nothing actually that stipulates that a woman isn't allowed to enter Gurdwara?
No. That's.
I've heard a lot of things about, you know, you're unclean, you're this.
Yeah, you're polluted, are they? Women are always polluted. That's the thing is, that's the point in the Rehats. In the Rehats, it says, basically, we don't believe in Sutak. Sutak is the Hindu thing of pollution. So we don't believe in that. So after the mother's giving birth, we don't believe that she's not pavitra. So if you think of it like this, why would we give the mother the Amrit? The kid's only getting the Panch Bunda, the mother's the one who's drinking it all. Really?
Given life, so
Yeah, I'm just saying though, she's the one getting it all. So if we believed in that Sutta tradition, we wouldn't even do that. Do you get it? So there's that. So as a no, we don't believe in any of it. So that's just park that one. No, it's just old Giddy's tales in it. Yeah, which she can't get right as well. She let you go to the manor and then come home, and then you couldn't go to the Godra. But you know what I mean? That's what happens, Anna. But first darshan of the baby. That's the point. Godra says Mata Takana. Now, what it says in the Rataname, and most of you can't do this probably, yeah? Because if you do try doing this, yeah, the committee's going to say, Beta do, etahan ban gya sanskar ja, na. Because what it says in the Rataname and stuff, it says basically get Kirtan sung for the first time the baby comes, like, Rakhya de Shabad or Hukamnama de Shabad, that the babies come safely into the world. So get the Raggis to sing that. Yeah, but then this is turned into like more of a ceremony rather than just the Mata Takana. And then you have to pay the Raggis. So look at your own situation. Yeah, the simple point is just take the baby as soon as you can. If you can't do the Shabads and stuff like that, that's fine. Yeah. Then it says in the Rataname, it says full and unsaved the jaaps the first time the baby comes. Yeah. Now I don't know why that's stipulated, but I'm going to state it there because it says full and unsaved the jaaps. Now that might be, I don't know, as Kushi, yeah, because Anand Sahib is about Kushi and thank you Maharaj and getting to bliss. Or it's just simply to make sure that they read the full and unsaved for the Deg the book. I don't know which one it is, Anna, but it says in the Rataname, and I've seen it in 2 different places, so it's not just the Taksal one, it says in the other ones as well that you do full and unsaved at this point. So that's 40 Pauriya, 40 Pauriya. And then Karah Parshad, you have to get the Deg done. You have to, as a given, yeah. So in our Godara, you have to pay the money into the Golak, whatever it may be, Anna. But in India, they actually get it made. And then Langar if possible. So this is getting into a bigger sort of thing, Anna, like an actual proper celebration. So if you think of it like this, you have babies and stuff, you do celebrations. Like, if you come the first time to Godara, why can't you do this stuff? Even if it's on a small scale, Anna. Depends on your, obviously, how much money you've got. Because our sort of Sikh now is very money oriented in the Godara, Anna. But anyway, naming the child first letter of the Hukamnama. Some people say second as well, which I don't agree with. I think it should be the first letter of the Hukamnama. So if we say this is Maryada Swarup, yeah. So we got 2 ang like that, yeah. So we got the Gurbani written there. Yeah. Sorry for my matchstick drawing. Yeah. Don't no be late, no Sattkar committees, yeah. But anyway. So the Hukamnama. Now I'm having to do this. So the Hukamnama, where do you take it from? Yeah. So there's 3 different views of taking the Hukamnama. So someone who asked about the Godara Maryada, here's one to start that off, yeah. So the baby's name, according to the first word in the Hukamnama, the first letter in the Hukamnama, after the Rag. So the SGPC in their Ratanama, in their Rat Maryada, they say the Hukamnama should always be taken from the, oh, I've got it wrong, sorry. You should say bottom right. Well, actually, no, top right. It's top right, isn't it? Is it top left? Top left, isn't it? Yeah. Top left, oh man. Got that wrong, look. Left. Yeah, got it wrong. Top left. So the Hukamnama, they say, should always be from the top left. But what happens is, it sometimes goes back anang to the bottom right. That's where I've got the left and right mixed up, yeah. So it's supposed to be the first Shabad on here. But if the Shabad's already started, then you have to go back anang. Yeah. Now, the problem is, depending on where you take the Hukamnama from, yeah, and I'm not going to get into how you do all the whole process because it's going to take too long, yeah. But the Shad could start there, and the Shad could be going on to the Ang, and it could be 2 Ang as well. And if you look at Bir Sahib, they had Anand Sahib some months ago as a Hukamnama. Anand Sahib, Jolly Poriya, and they had 6, I think, in the end. But it's like, and we had the Knion Kara home, didn't we, as a Hukamnama? And he shouted at me for not reading all of it. I read like the first Pori, and that was it. Yeah, but so they believe that's where you should take the Hukamnama from. So that will then limit what Shabad it is, because you're only going to take it from that part of the Swarup. So it's only going to be the Shabads from there. Yeah, so Gurpure Charni Laya, Gurpure Kirpatari, you know the famous Hukamnama. Yeah, Hamari Ganatana Ganiyaka. It's as if like the Granthis are conditioned to always take the Hukamnama from the same Ang, because they know which ones are long, which ones are nice, which one's for this, they're hard, and it's like, it just magically always ends up in the right place. But anyway, so if you get a Hukamnama which is like really having to go at you, the Granth is probably a good thing. Yeah, because he didn't pick it out for you, yeah. He didn't do it, yeah. But anyway, now, the taksal, what it says is the Hukamnama should be taken according to the time of day. Yeah? So, stop talking. Yeah? So, early in the morning, Amrit top left. Yeah? Midday, midsection. Yeah? So, we've got 8 bed in the day. We've got 8 slots of 3 hours in the day. So, what the taksal believes is, according to when you come to take the Hukamnama, you move it down along the ang. Yeah? Now, some taksalis in the UK have made this prevalent in their own programs, where they take a Hukamnama in the morning, and then they cut off that Hukamnama and don't take a new Hukamnama in the same diwan. In Taksal Maryada is basically, whenever you do an ardas, you take a fresh Hukamnama. You do not repeat the Hukamnama. You can do cut off the Amrit Hukamnama, that's not a problem, but you do not take the same Hukamnama. That is not Taksal Maryada, because basically the people have changed in the Sangat, and Maharaj might want to give you a different Hukamnama, different Sikha for you at that point in time. So this one, the Taksal way is actually good because you use the whole of the ang. Yeah? So depending on when it is, so you use basically the whole of Maharaj Swarup in terms of those ang where you take the Hukamnama from the midsection. But then the one I like the most, I'm not going to lie, is the Nanak Sari way. Which is, you take the Ramallah and whenever your eye drops, you just look at that Hukamnama and take it. So none of this theory, it's always at the left, it's time of day, get your calculator out, get up there, yeah, because I'll be honest, yeah, sometimes all 3 go out the window because the Hukamnama's too long, or you can't find where it starts and ends, and it just turns out being something else. Yeah? So sometimes all 3 go out the window, but the Nanak Sar way is actually like an intuitive way of doing it. So you just take the Ramallah, possibly like the ang a bit, Hannah, and then just wherever your sight falls, you just take it randomly. So it's a nice way of doing it. But the Hukamnama, whatever you take, it should be the first letter. So we've got situations where the Akkar comes as Kakka, and they wanted to call the baby Chelsea. Yeah? Kakka doesn't go with Chelsea, does it? So you can't call the baby Chelsea. So what do? We call the baby Kelsey. Yeah? Yeah? But it's not a Kakka, it's a Kakka. So it should be Kelsey. Yeah? Yeah? So it's Keldi Yakuri, Hana. Kelsey, Hana. I might have to delete this. My family members, this is I'm talking about. I'm going to get shot here. Yeah? So the reason we take the Hukamnama from Maharaj and the first letter is actually we're taking guidance from Maharaj, yeah? So if we're calling our baby, yeah, Tom, Dick and Harry, yeah, it's just like, why did you even do it, yeah? Harry works, but it's Hari, not Harry, yeah? But you know what I mean? So that's the whole reason you're doing it. But then the Hukamnama as well, in terms of the SGPC as well, the Darbar Sahib, that's supposed to be the standard for the SGPC, but then the Singh Sahibs at night take the Hukamnama from the bottom right to make sure it finishes on the ang. So they fall into Taksal Maryada anyway. So when you go there, after their and at night when they do Sukhasan, they take it from there. So they don't even follow that Maryada. Yeah? So all these things are going on. So you pick and choose which way. It doesn't really matter, the Hukamnama, where you take it from, yeah? But you need to look at the Satanic Maryada, of where that Godara, what they're doing at that Godara. And whatever they're doing, stick to that system rather than break their rules if you can. Yeah? Hanji?
Do you get to do the process again if you want?
Say that again.
Do you get to do the whole thing again if you want?
Do what again?
If you don't get the lesson that you want.
No! Oh my life. No way, Jose. So no, you can't take another Hukamnama until you get like Chelsea or whatever it is. It's just like, no. Yeah? So whatever the letter comes, because I've had Reshadar who said to me, what's the process? And I've told them, they're like, yeah, but we just want to call the baby like Bandarji, so we just want the Baba. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah. But the thing is, so they've actually gone out their way not to take the Hukamnama. Yeah. So some of them have gone out their way not to take the Hukamnama, which I actually agree with, because then it's not a mockery. So it's better actually to not take the Hukamnama. It's not, if you don't want to do it, it's fine. Don't do it, Hannah. If you want your own name, that's fine. But then the other thing is, like, as a gift or whatever for the baby as well, if you think of it like this, that Hukamnama came and the baby was born. So if you can, get the baby to learn that Hukamnama or play it in Kirtan or whatever it is, Hannah. So that's like a nishani. So like the Pandits in Hinduism, they give you like a Jyotishi, gives you like your prediction of your life, or how old you're going to be and what you're going to do and all this, yeah. But that from us, from Maharaj, that's the Hukamnama for the birth of the baby, Hannah. So like when you get married, make sure you listen to the Hukamnama, because usually Maharaj is telling you life's destroyed. You've got no chance after this, Anna. I've been to many weddings when it's happened, Anna, and I'm sitting there and thinking, Maharaj, you're great, yeah. And these two don't know what they've let themselves into, Anna. Marge, Anna. They're dobage, yeah, and they don't even know, yeah. Yeah. So if you ever get married here, make sure you call me, because I will be the one person in the whole of the Sangat who will be doing the most heartfelt ardasa for you, yeah. Because I will really, really feel sorry for you, yeah. I will know, yeah. So I'll be the one crying in the Sangat, not because I'm happy, yeah. I'll be like, Maharaj, you know, bacha do, yeah. But anyway, yeah. Huh? Ardas peta, yeah, you can do that, but the committee in the UK is going to rip you off anyway, so don't worry about the peta. They'll give you a list of peta before, na gas, bijli, 15 minute diwar kare hoye na. Yeah, so that's going to happen anyway. But anyway, all right, quiet down. Do you want something to drink? All right, celebrating the birth, yeah? Celebrating the birth. Some will also take the baby to the next Amrit and get the baby to have jula. So this is like the standard stuff that everyone does. There's nothing wrong with that, and I say do it for everyone. So do that, yeah? So that's recommended. So next available Amrit Sanchar, wherever it is, it doesn't matter what jatabandi, yeah, just do it. Theek ya? Now, Sage Bhat, if possible, after the birth. So while the baby's in the womb, Hannah, the mother does Rakhya de Shabad, so they like shabds which are around like protection. So you can find Rakhya de Shabad yourselves, Hannah, or just do Mool Mantar de Jaap. But once the baby's born, if possible, do a full Sage Bhat, full reading of Granth Sahib, and make sure the baby hears all of it. So it's not Sage Bhat where the pati's upstairs and you're all downstairs chilling, you know. So the whole point is the baby hears all of the Bhat. And you can do an Akhand Bhat too, it says in the Rehat, but I wouldn't suggest a Akhand Bhat at all, because you're not going to be able to do it. It's 48 hours, you're not going to be able to sit there and you're not going to hear half the Bhat. So just do a Sage Bhat, it doesn't matter if it takes a few more days, you know. Again, babysitting and the upbringing of the child around moralistic Gursikhs. So not get a babysitter who's going to start watching, I don't know, what is it? What are you watching on TV? Not Emmerdale. What's that? What are you watching? Riverdale, yeah, not Emmerdale. Riverdale, I know, Netflix, you know. Yeah, she doesn't teach you nothing. Yeah. So make best possible morals for the child again. So it's that imprinting process again. So what's a child been led to, you know? So a lot of babies, and I see in Gursikh babies, they're trying to do Gurmantar de Jaap because the parents have played Kirtan all the time while they're a child and stuff like that. Yeah, and even batas are Gurbani. The child can memorize the bat without even speaking, if you keep it up. Yeah, so that's the lifestyle of the child. That's it, done this week. Any questions? No, we're done. Changa. Next week, Vidya Sanskar. I'll do it. Yeah. Next week, Vidya Sanskars. It's about education. Yeah, so I'm going to try my best to show you what education a Gursikh can get and what it should be according to Gurmat. Hanji, Gurpreet Kaur.
Hanji. So,
all right, be quiet, so you can hear the question. Go on.
So the birth ceremony and Janam Sanskar, is that a mixture of different reds altogether?
No. That's a standard that the Daksar propagates and a lot of Jathabandiya do. So the first part is from there, and where from the slide where I said consensus from there. So the Janam Sanskar is the first part, isn't it?
Yeah.
So from this is what everyone else does. So everyone does this, Anna. Theek ya? Is that okay?
Yeah. So the first is
Yeah.
more or less.
Oh, listen. Hello. If you don't want to listen, get out of the room now. Yeah, you can go. Yeah, go on.
So Janam birth ceremony and Janam Sanskar is more Daksar.
Yeah, but the thing is, what they say is, it's Prat and Parampara, so everyone does it.
Yeah.
But what it is, well, you got to view it with the Rehat and stuff. So we're going to get into the situation where I'm going to say this is the Daksal way. And the reason I have to do that is because it's written in the Daksal Pothya now. But what the Daksal says is, this is Guru Gobind Singh's Maryada that Guru Sahib taught us, and we've been teaching it throughout the last 3 centuries. But what you won't get is, it won't be in a Granth anyway. So it's for the first time in Sikh history, this century, it's been written down. But the reason it was written down is because of the SGPC getting created and trying to decimate the Udasis from what happened in the Goddare. Everyone come up with a sort of that Khalsa view of Sikhi, which is like a standardised version. So really, it doesn't matter if the missionaries, Taksalis, AKJs, we're all very close in our view, and it's very closed off now of what it is. But all it is, the Taksalis wrote it down, but what they'll say is, this isn't the Taksal Maryada, this is Guru Gobind Singh's Maryada. Do you get what I mean? But the thing is, all the other Jathabandiya, Prat and Jathabandiya, they all do this as well. So the Nahangs and everyone else for the last 2 centuries, they all do this. Now the problem you get is this Janam Sanskar, how I've mentioned it, it's not really mentioned fully. So even like the Amrit Char has the Maryada, and even though the Prathan Rethaname, it's like I read one today and he said Panj Swaye, Panj Pyare read Panj Swaye, and what's the Panj Swaye? Is that Panjbaniya? You know what I mean? So it's not clear cut what's gone on. Like Prem Sumara Granth, it's very ritualistic. It's like what you were saying, the Sultan and stuff. They're saying like in Prem Sumara Granth, they're saying, oh, get the baby and the mother, and wherever the baby was born, 7 days later, wash it all down, put a balki up, and then do this weird Janam Sanskar. And then like if it's a girl, pierce her nose and pierce her ears and give her balia. Yeah. So Prem Sumara Granth, which is a Granth which exists, is very obscure in everything that's written. It doesn't align with anything we're doing nowadays. But a lot of the stuff in there is very aligned to Hinduism and Hindu traditions. So that Janam Sanskar, it's like literally this century it's been written down, but the argument would be it's been around for the last 2 or whatever, Hannah.
And the first word that's uttered, is it Mool Mantar or Gurmantar? Doesn't matter.
You can toss a coin if you want, it doesn't matter. Huh? It doesn't matter, that doesn't matter. Hanji? Oh, did it? Okay. Any more? Alright, next week then be on time. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh.